Okay, here we are, loading into Mass Effect 2 again. Part 2, baby, here we go. Just finished off on Freedom's progress last time. Ended up getting no useful information from that scientist. So, time to inspect the new ship.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Ms. Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Let's keep this professional, Yeoman.
Yes, ma'am. Anything else, Commander?
I felt like that was a psych out.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Okay.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
I'm interested to say about this, let's see.
You're fooling yourself if you believe Cerberus is noble.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I hope time will change your mind. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay.
Oh, I got some
Maybe we'll talk
renegades.
later.
Very good, very
Joker
good.
would like to see you up on the bridge, Commander.
Oh wow, she doesn't sound happy with me. So that affected her tone with me for the rest of the game now. I do need to remember that I need to find my instincts to not always go renegade in this. Or rather, my instincts to actually occasionally not go renegade. But I'm playing a renegade playthrough, so I need to get as much as possible. Okay, this is fine. I'm not going to look too much at that. Now, let's get to know the crew a bit more. Joker wanted to see me, so... Presley got though. R.I.P. Presley, he will be missed. Yeah, looks a lot better when there's not a massive gaping hole in it. What's up, Joker?
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Ship cancer, Jesus. The ship is just...
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Leather?
Okay, good. Oh, they had some fun with this one, it sounds like, compared to the writing of the first game. Not that the first game wasn't fun. Personalities seem to be kind of coming out a bit more in this game. Where's this elevator to the hangar? Why not? Check out our cabin. Oh, right, okay. Private terminal, access anywhere. That's better. Let's go speak to Edie. Where is Edie? I'm a bit confused. That's weird. I don't know. Was there a second ago? Oh, there.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
Very nice. Oh wow, quick loading.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Miss Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals?
I wash my hands most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
Do you have everything you need?
I make do, but have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
And we need to stay focused on our mission. There's no time for crew comfort.
Of course. They're a determined group. No need for pampering.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Okay. Gonna try and focus mainly on the main missions here.
What's this area of the ship?
The sick bay. It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury,
this my
personnel
old
must be
doctor?
transferred to
I
a
think it
fully
is.
equipped medical facility.
She is!
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll get you another.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Ceres Ice Brandy. Okay. Oh, it's a Paragon action. No, okay, we're not doing that. We're not doing that then.
Access to the AI core is restricted.
I'll get in there later.
A gunnery officer is required to access the gunnery control station.
Okay, let's keep going then.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the Elusive Man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the Elusive Man, updating our status.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the Elusive Man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
It sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Well, she gets a pretty nice quarters as well then. Right, pretty sparse. Does an alarm go off if I walk in here?
Shepard, the women's restroom is on the starboard side of the ship.
I thought so. I thought so.
The port observation deck is closed until needed. Access to life support is restricted.
Oh, I knew he was going to tell me off.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Seems kind of weird that they don't acknowledge me when I walk in. I guess there's going to be kind of nothing here for now.
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I didn't hear an officer on deck. I run this ship military. You two think this is all a joke?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, no, ma'am.
Won't happen again, ma'am.
At ease. Who are you?
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Yeah, these are guys that got me a little worried about their training.
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Daddy bags. I like it. That's very good. Very good.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
These guys seem like they're in the right
I'm
way.
amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you she would.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
Is this the Mass Effect core? Huh. Pretty cool. There's more. Stick to this floor first.
What's this area of the ship?
The Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
Okay. Right, okay. Let's just keep going then. I guess there's nothing around here. I guess I'll probably... I'm imagining I'm going to have a shootout in this ship at some point. Alright, I think it's time to go then.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Okay. Fine. From Admiral Hackett, okay. Loads of side missions. Okay, let's go. So I think they said that I need to, one of the missions was the best place to go, not Archangel, it was... Is it the Professor? I didn't think it was the Professor, I thought it was... Is that really where I'm supposed to go? Guess I go here. I mean, I don't really see... Let me just exit out quick and check my journal. They did say the Professor, didn't they? Yeah, okay, we're going to the Professor first then. Oh, there's a lot of people on Omega. Okay, it's just like one area. Fair enough. There's a lot of people. This is way more people than before. Are these, like, is some of this DLC or something? Yeah, let's increase that. Max number of targets to 3. Yeah, that sounds good. I think for these guys, I'm just going to kind of focus on their skills. Because I'm kind of using the powers myself. Miranda, I might actually... Yeah, let's stick some points into Overload at least, and then I'll do the rest on this. Locked. Squad member is not loyal. Okay. Make them loyal. Fair enough. Non-visible laser, high voltage electrical attack. No, I'm going to stick to the grenade. Does she have a choice? No.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate, now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Oh, is that a threat?
I'll talk to your boss when I'm damn well ready.
Then you'd better get ready. No one keeps Arya waiting. Afterlife now.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Oh, this is a... Isn't this one of the... Yeah, Zaid.
Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
Wow, okay. What's going on here?
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
My contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
My contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me?
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it.
I know
Tried
that.
to lead me on a chase all over the system.
Yeah, I can say what's next
you
with
should
him.
have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's gonna happen to him?
I'm gonna turn him in for the bounty. Don't much care what happens after that.
Go ahead and get set up on the Normandy.
Right, I'll go make myself at home. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
I'm assuming there's some part of your contract that I'm expected to handle. That about right?
Yeah. Funny he didn't tell you. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya, and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
We'll get to it if we can. Our mission takes priority.
I know you've got bigger fish to fry. That's why I'd like to get this other thing dealt with as soon as possible. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Okay, that's... I really was not expecting to just immediately walk into someone. That kind of feels like a DLC character, maybe. But I've got no idea. We're definitely in uncharted territory at this point. Well, there's no way I'm queuing up. No, thank you.
Come on, let me in. Ari's expecting me.
If she were expecting you, you'd be inside.
Let's have a look. I want to make sure that these subtitles are on, because they are not on at the moment. Okay, subtitles on. Right. There's no one there. Sarah Ice Brandy. For the good doctor. Yeah, we can have a few drinks. Calm the nerves. Oh, we're just gonna... I want to see what happens. Do I kind of get progressively more fucked up? I like that my crew members just kind of looking on disapprovingly in the background. Just one more. Just one more. Weird. What a weird interaction. Oh, okay, I am a bit drunk, yeah. Room's spinning a bit. Nice.
You want to talk? Talk to Aria.
Yeah, let's go talk to Aria.
I'm busy.
Where's Aria? Way out. Oh, whatever. Orvan. Where's Aria? Oh, he doesn't even... He has a name.
You said he had close family. They'll just want revenge. Kill the family first. Then he'll get angry and come at you stupid. And then you kill him. I don't think I know you, human. I'm the Patriarch. Aria's Patriarch. What do you want?
What do you know about Aria?
A few centuries ago, Omega was my rock. When Aria arrived, she had nothing but the clothes on her back. I thought she was another dancer. She killed half my men and convinced the rest that she could run this place better than I did. She came for me here in this bar. We tore this place apart. She crushed one of my hearts, shattered half the bones in my body, and left me alive.
What made her decide to leave you alive?
No, she doesn't destroy what she can use. She said I could have all my old comforts if I served as her advisor.
Damn, she
I knew
sounds
things worked.
pretty
I knew
intense.
who to lean on, who to smack down, who to smile at. And everyone who respected me saw me beaten, broken. They knew that as strong as I'd been, she was stronger.
A Krogan as old as you must have some great stories.
I killed a lot of people, lived well, and was beaten by a small Asari who keeps me around as an example. My time is done. Anyone I killed is long forgotten. The stories are ours now.
Why do they call you Patriarch?
It's like an Asari matriarch, only male. It was Arya's little joke. After she took me down, she let me live. Kept me around as an advisor and a trophy.
He does not sound happy.
I should be going.
Who are these guys? These are new. Cool. This is definitely not where I'm supposed to be going though. Oh shit, these guys are killing it. Hey, that guy's got my colours. Okay, I am a little confused about us where to go.
Source reports that the attack on the human colony of Freedom's Progress is being investigated as a possible terrorist attack by dissidents from former council races. While no formal statement has been issued, the council has made formal information requests of the Solarian question.
Arya's here. Is she a dancer? Yeah, like she's like up there or something. Oh, did I just miss this? Oh, typical. It's up here, right? Yep. Oh my god. Okay. Don't know, I feel silly.
That's close enough.
Stand still.
Try it and you'll be scanning the inside of your colon.
I'd almost pay to see that, but it's not an option. You want to talk, you get scanned.
All you had to do was ask.
I don't ask.
I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Clean of what? I've loaded with
Depends on
guns.
the questions. You run Omega?
I am Omega. But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule. Don't fuck with Arya.
Okay. Message received.
Sounds like neither of us likes being jerked around.
And on your ship, that would matter. Here, we entertain my preferences.
I don't think me and you are going to get along, Arya.
So, what can I do for you?
I'm trying to track down Archangel.
You and half of Omega. You want him dead too?
Why is everyone after him?
He thinks he's fighting on the side of good. There is no good side to Omega. Everything he does pisses someone off. It's catching up to him.
Just the kind of guy I'm looking for.
Really? Well, aren't you interesting? You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now.
What kind of trouble?
The local merc groups have joined forces to take him down. They've got him cornered, but it sounds like they're having trouble finishing him off. They've started hiring anybody with a gun to help them.
Sounds like that might be our ticket in.
They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
What can you tell me about Archangel?
Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life difficult. He's reckless and idealistic. But he seems to know enough to stay clear of me.
Which merc groups are after Archangel?
Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack.
Oh my god.
They're Omega's major players.
Several factions.
Unless they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
Do you hate Archangel?
I don't have time for hate, but I distrust them all equally. For now, I'm happy just to let them kill each other.
I appreciate the help.
See if you still feel that way when the mercs realize you're here to help him.
I'm looking for Morden Solus. Do you know where I can find him?
The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Morden.
Plague victims, right? That's why we got scanned.
As he is to shoot you.
What can you tell me about him?
Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
So you must know what's what on Omega.
Everything that's worth knowing. I don't usually give it out freely. Information is power. Mundane things you can find yourself. Take a walk in a back alley or buy one of the mercs a drink. Better yet, talk to the entertainers. They give great tours. Just don't waste my time.
Tell me how you got set up here.
That's as privileged as information gets. I have many friends and enemies I keep at varying distances. I don't count you among either. We'll see how useful you prove. Short answer, mind your own damn business.
One scan and we're straight to business. People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
Are we done?
Maybe I'll come back later.
Maybe I'll be here.
Yeah, I guess we'll go check out here then. It was looking kind of like run down and decrepit, and I'm kind of thinking that's probably where I want to go if I want to go to the plague zone. These guys look like space orcs. At least they're keeping themselves to themselves.
Leave, human. Tell Captain Gavon we not kill anyone today.
There seem to be a lot of Vorcha on Omega.
No, not too many. You stay away. We kill you.
There seem to be a lot of Vorcha on Omega.
Go away. Talk too much. Gavon's box get no more. We leave.
Good talking to you.
No more talk. We know Gavon's tricks. We leave.
Okay. Interesting.
This place. How can these people be left to rot like this?
You don't understand, or you don't want to?
Does it really matter?
No. Omega has worked this way for a very long time. No one's changing it now.
Oh, I see. Okay. Get both, can't I? Might as well.
I'll take it.
Excellent.
Alliance military officials are having difficulty meeting hiring quotas, according to a new report. It's even prime. An initial surge in
Hello there. Might I interest you in some salvage tech? Every credit goes toward a ticket to get me off this forsaken rock.
No one in their right mind would pay these prices for salvaged parts.
I know. It's crippling my sales.
Drop your prices and I'll consider buying. Otherwise, I'll keep walking.
You're right. I'll give you whatever you like for the original price. And if this gets back to Harrod, I'll deal with it then.
What brought a nice kid like you to Omega?
My pilgrimage. What money I had got stolen within a few days, so I decided to sell salvage parts. You can see how that turned out. Harrod's forcing me to sell high, and I can't even afford a ticket off this station.
I have to go.
Please check with my kiosk to see what I have for sale. And thank you.
Did I just buy... I did, didn't I? I just went ahead and bought that probably more than I needed to. Yeah. Whoops. Okay. Alright, I'll own that mistake. Shuttle to the quarantine zone's back behind us. Oh, maybe I do have to go up here. I think so. Okay, I think this is the quarantine zone.
Captain Gavorn, head of the Vorcha task force. Got something to report?
There's an awful lot of Vorcha here. What are they planning?
Vorcha? Plan? They're a pestilence, nothing more. If they started planning, we'd all be in big trouble.
I'll just be going.
Keep moving.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
Oops, we've gone the wrong way again. It's all the way through here, fine, okay. Mad prophet.
End it now. Humans, a blight on galactic purity. You, sir, you are a blight. You, and you, human. And you. Protheans cast off the lesser races. The Krogan, the Vorcha, and the humans. And so they dwelled in filth, on worlds made of dirt, feces. And there they lay until they stumbled into the skies. Lesser races will be our downfall.
Alright, okay. This is much less about being a religious prophet and being more of a massive racist.
Complaining is pointless, human. There's a plague. Nobody gets in or out.
You can't keep me out. I live in there.
I'm doing you a favor, lady. If you go in, the guards will cut you down.
You can't do this. Everything I own is in that apartment.
I told you to get lost, lady. The plague has the whole zone quarantined. Nobody gets in.
I'm human, you ass. Humans can't get the plague. Now let me get my stuff out before looters get it.
This thing affects every other race out there. We're not taking chances. Nobody gets in until the plague has run its course.
There's a Solarian named Morden Solis in the slums. I've got to get in there to find him.
The doctor? Yeah, crazy bastard opened a clinic in the district a few months ago. The Blue Suns weren't too happy when he moved in. I hear Morden's trying to deal with the plague. I wish him luck, but the area is still locked down. Our orders are to wait until either the plague or the Blue Suns kill everyone. Then go in and clean up.
Yeah, well, I'm going in.
Take a good long look at me. Do I look like a looter?
No.
That's right. Now I'm going in. If I find looters, I'll kill them. Anybody gets in my way, I'll kill them too.
I'll call the guards. They'll let you in with no trouble.
Wait, you're stopping me, but not them? You son of a bitch.
You don't have a grenade launcher, lady. Get lost.
Oh, okay, that's... yeah, I wonder what would have happened if I changed my weapon.
To the plague.
Yeah, as far as we know, we're immune to the plague. So it's kind of cool. I can cycle appearance as well. Oh, she's got stuff. Okay. Let's do Zaid and Amanda. Sorry, Jacob. That sounds quite cool, though, to be fair. Oh, and that's pretty good as well for shields and stuff. Okay. Fine. Yeah, he's got some uses.
Don't shoot, they're cleared to come in.
But where the gun, Shepard? Not shoot just yet.
Good luck in there. The Blue Suns and Vorcha shooting anything that moves.
We're compromised.
Let me get some comfort first, please. Jesus. Let's see what that does. That's cool.
Plague control at its most basic. Pile the bodies in the street and burn them.
Free and clear.
Human. Should have guessed. Bad enough you infect us with this plague. Now you lack the decency to even wait until I die before you come to steal my possessions.
We're here to find Morden, not help some whiny Batarian.
Humans looking for the human sympathizer. I hope the Vorcha burn Morden and his clinic to the ground. I hope you... I hope... Damn it! Damn you! Can't...
I doubt he could have helped us anyway.
Let's move.
That's cool. I didn't actually know that there was like a saving on the good side as well. I didn't realize that I would actually have access to those. Bank terminal, let's go. Might as well. Oh shit, what's this? Oh god. That one. Did we do it? I think we did it, okay. I like him, he kind of got like Isaac Clarke armor a little bit. Just a touch. Damn it. That was kind of risky. Oh, I thought that just had to be. Alright, come on, come on, come on.
Tried to claw his way out. Can't say I wouldn't do the same.
Bastards sealed us in this room. Said we're infected. Idiots can't tell the difference between the plague and a simple cough. Nothing to do now but sit tight and wait for them to wise up. Good thing we brought a deck of cards.
Okay.
This group used to stand for something. When I get out of here, I'm gonna make them pay.
Right there. Be right there.
On my way.
Davis isn't doing too good. I think he really does have the plague. Gotta get out of here before he infects me too.
Just how stupid are these guys?
Davis died last night. He's still talking to me, though. Good to hear his voice. The company is nice. Nobody should die alone.
Poor guys.
The Blue Suns came by this morning and did something to my door. Now it won't open. Turned out the circuits, maybe. They said they were trying to control the spread of the plague. But I'm not even infected. Damn Tyrians. Must be some kind of extortion racket. Trap me in here for a day or two, then offer to let me out if I pay them off.
No, it seems like they're genuinely trying to keep you in there. No, wrong way, okay.
Hostiles.
Firing concussive? Hell yeah!
Taking heavy fire! Perfect!
That all you've got?
Nice.
Very good. Okay, that was a pretty decent gunfight.
We can use this.
What else you got?
Oh, thank God you're human.
When we saw that door open, we thought those Turians had found us.
Well, I'm still here to rob you.
Ever since this plague started, the Blue Suns have been out to get us. They're killing as many people as the disease.
Is what I hear right? That this plague doesn't affect humans?
No, it seems like some kind of bioweapon or something, since it affects so many different species. The Blue Suns figure humans caused it. They're shooting us on sight. God knows how many have already died.
They should be looking at the Vorcha, not us. Ever since the plague hit, they've been taking over Blue Sun's territory.
You said the Vorcha moved in just after the plague hit?
Right after the district was quarantined. Vorcha are immune to diseases, so they're not getting sick.
Not sure where they came from. Never saw many Vorcha around before. Sure seemed like they were ready for this.
Only nobody thinks the Vorcha are smart enough to create a virus like this. The Blue Suns need someone else to blame. Like us.
You said the Vorcha were taking over Blue Sun's territory?
Trying to. The Blue Suns don't go down easy. The plague softened them up, but they still have enough firepower to hold some of their turf. The Turians are getting pushed back. The deeper you go into the district, the more Vorcha you'll see. Unless they see you first.
Tell me more about the Blue Suns.
They're a mercenary gang, mostly Turian. Used to run this district. Kept things nice and stable for the most part.
As long as you paid your monthly protection fees, everything was cool. Rates were pretty reasonable. For Omega, at least.
Then this damn plague hit. Everyone started dying. The Vorcha started moving in. The Blue Suns lost control and the whole district turned into a war zone.
I need to find Morden Solus.
Oh yeah, him. He's got a clinic on the other side of the district.
Heard he's taking in refugees now. Trying to help plague victims. Offering protection from the Suns and the Vorcha.
Sure. A doctor with military-grade mechs helping people for free. On Omega, grow up.
You can't stay trapped in this apartment. If you get to Morden's, you might at least survive until the quarantine ends.
Are you nuts? We'd never make it. The streets are crawling with Blue Suns and Vorcha. We don't even have pistols.
Besides, I'm not risking my life on a rumor that some Solarian might offer me sanctuary.
I don't get that. Is that... Am I gonna get renegade for this? Let's see.
Cowering in this apartment might keep you alive for a while, but if the mercs don't get you, starvation will.
Easy for you to say. You're a soldier armed to the teeth. We're just
Let's
ordinary
find out.
people.
Yeah, you're making it out like we're cowards or something.
A coward accepts death instead of fighting to stay alive. If you want to survive, you're gonna have to earn it. I'm taking out every Vorcha and Blue Suns group I find along the way to Morden's clinic. But I can't hold your hand while I'm waging war in the streets.
Yeah, okay. I guess if you can clear a path, we can follow. Like you said, it's our only chance. We'll wait here for a while and give you time to clear the way. Then we'll head for Morden's clinic, if we're lucky. Maybe we'll meet you there.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, renegade. Excellent, excellent. So you can still help people as renegade. All this coughing is really freaking me out. Struggling to do. I feel like everything's dirty in this environment.
Here we go.
Very good. Oh, I kind of thought I was going to get him as well.
Firing an impact shot. Enemy. Shot.
Got no shield! One less!
Seems we've crossed into Vulture territory.
The Blue Suns have given up a lot of turf. Just what I like to see. Wipe them out.
Very good, very good, okay.
No funny business once you're in the clinic, unless you want to deal with those mechs.
Done.
Sorry, too busy to stop and chat. You should go find Morden.
Morden's around here somewhere. Go talk to him. We need all the help we can get.
Really? The receptionists are telling me to just go find the doctor? That feels extremely
Morden
unlikely.
saved my life. I owe him everything.
Imagine walking into your regular doctors and saying that you need some help, and they're like, "Oh, just walk in. He's fine. It's just taking walk-ins."
On our way here, we saw humans looting the apartments of the dead. It made me sick.
Yo, yeah, that's disgusting. Who would be looting plague victims' apartments? Terrible behavior.
This clinic is a sanctuary. If you're looking for trouble, go somewhere else.
Everyone seems really unfriendly here.
Professor, we're running low on epoxy.
Use melanorin. Plenty on hand. Almost as good. Causes cramping in vegetarians. Supplement with butemerol.
Melanorin and butemerol. Got it.
Senesine is the catalyst. Bonds to genetic markers. Hard to find. Expensive to mass produce. Why not Heplicor? Too unstable. Inconsistent results. Demazine better option. No, no, no. Demazine toxic to humans. Not an option. Not an option.
Professor Morden Solus?
Don't recognize you from area. Too well armed to be refugees. No mercenary uniform. Quarantine still in effect. Here for something else? Vorcha? Crew to clean them out? Unlikely. Vorcha a symptom, not a cause. The plague. Investigating possible use as bioweapon. No, no, no. Too many guns. Not enough data equipment.
For the love of God, take a breath. I came here to find you, okay? I'm Commander Shepard. I'm on a critical mission and I need your help.
Mission? What mission? No, 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 no. Too busy. Clinic understaffed. Plague spreading too fast. Who sent you?
We'll just say Cerberus, I don't
Ever
care.
heard of an organization called Cerberus?
Crossed paths on occasion. Thought they only worked with humans. Why request Salarian aid?
The Collectors are kidnapping entire human populations. We're gonna find out why and stop them.
Collectors? Interesting. Plague hitting these slums is engineered. Collectors one of few groups with technology to design it. Our goals may be similar. But must stop plague first. Already have a cure. Need to distribute it at Environmental Control Center. Vorcha guarding it. Need to kill them.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
Just one once I'd like to ask someone for help and hear them say, sure, let's go, right now, no strings attached.
Life is a negotiation. We all want, we all give, to get what we want.
That sounded troubling.
Forja have shut down environmental systems. Trying to kill everyone. Need to get power back on before District suffocates. Here, take Plague Cure. Also, bonus in good faith, weapon from dead Blue Sun's mercs. May come in handy against Forja. One more thing. Daniel, one of my assistants, went into Forja territory looking for victims. Hasn't come back.
A doctor doesn't have much chance against a Vorcha horde. You shouldn't have sent him.
Stubborn. Told him not to go. Odds of survival low. But he's smart, careful, bright future. I hope.
What can you tell me about this plague?
Advanced design. Suspected collectors before you mentioned them. Purpose seems experimental. Destroys respiratory systems with harmful genetic mutations. Makes sense to avoid humans. Unnecessary to force mutation on human genetic structure for sake of variants.
Unnecessary mutations? What are you talking about?
Possible goal of virus. Testing viable mutation levels in various species. Horrific, but feasible for collectors. Humans known to have diverse genetic background, wider range than other sapient races. Makes sense as control group.
What do you know about the Vorcha?
Cowardly, opportunistic scavengers. Not tactical or aggressive. Scale of attack unusual for them. Suspect Vorcha working for collectors. Distributing plague, collecting data. No proof, but theory fits evidence.
Any idea where I can find Daniel?
No. Heard infected Batarians trapped behind Vorcha lines. Daniel went to help. Warned him not to go, too dangerous. Patients here need him, stuck out anyway. Wanted to find him myself. Can't leave the clinic. Have to look after the patients.
Let's head for the environmental plant.
Okay, let's go. Okay, right. So let's make our way deep into the plague zone then. No, I guess we go. Oh, guns are out again. Wow. We're gonna try this. That didn't work. Oh, they regen, do they? Yeah, this is nice. Nice to have a little bit more accuracy.
Yes! Firing concussive shot!
Let's go, let's go. Oh wow, there's a lot of them out here.
Shields have failed. Enemy charging!
Yep.
Hell of a shot.
God, is there a punch button in this game? I don't know that there is. There is.
Becoming broken.
Nice, okay. Yeah, that was a pretty good firefight, actually. That actually felt a lot more, you know, action-oriented than anything that I've played so far in this. Anything I've played so far in Mass Effect in general, actually. Cool, okay.
All clear here.
There we go. Just make sure that's the right one. Yep. Nice, loads of credits.
I'm telling you the truth. I work for Morden at the clinic. I came here to help you.
We know you're spreading the plague virus. We saw the vials in your bag.
No, those vials contain the cure. Please, you have to believe me.
Maybe we should cut off your fingers. That should loosen your... Look out! Don't move. One more step and we kill your friend.
Pull that trigger and you're breathing through a new hole in your head. Let him go and you walk away.
Oh, God.
You must think Batarians are stupid. What's to stop you from killing us if we let him go?
Let him live, I let you leave. Kill him, I do the same to you.
Let him go. You got what you wanted, human. Are we free to go?
How do I know you won't shoot me in the back as soon as I turn around?
Like I thought. Kill them all.
Oh my God. You murdered them. In cold blood.
Whoops.
You want to end up like those Batarians? Just keep on talking. Or be smart. Turn around and get back to Morden's clinic.
This is wrong. Wait until Morden hears about this.
That's fine.
Please.
It's weird, the game just doesn't want you to put down your gun sometimes, and I don't like the fact it's so zoomed in.
He goes. With you.
Here we go.
Deploying tech overload.
Impact shot.
They threw my shield.
Got him.
Zero contacts.
Impact shot.
Grenade launcher time. Really? Wow. Lesson learned.
The environmental controls should be nearby. We need to insert the cure, then reactivate the fans.
You don't come here. We shut down machines, break fans. Everyone choke and die. Then collectors make us strong.
I've had enough of this.
Collectors want plague. You work for Doctor. Turn on machines. Put cure in air. We kill you first.
That's about right, yep.
We've been spotted.
Oops, did not mean to do that.
I've scanned the room. The central control system is in an alcove in the center of the back wall. You can inject the cure and reinitialize the systems there.
No more contacts! Excellent. Cure is in place. Now we need to reactivate the fans.
I have located the fan controls. There are two, one on either side of the room you're in now.
Don't reach him with my powers.
Hostiles down.
Oh dear, I'm all out of bullets.
Sit down!
Enemy down!
Good stuff.
Sit down!
Here we go! This fan is powering back up. We still need to activate the other one.
Why is my aim falling off so much? God damn. Right, that's it. You're getting that.
That all you got?
You're getting one of them. Yeah, this is like end level, end game gunfight compared to the first game.
Impact shot!
Very good.
Both fans are online. Morden should be pleased.
Did we do it?
Environmental systems engaged. Airborne viral levels dropping. Patients improving. Vorcha retreating. Well done, Shepard. Thank you.
Professor, how can you thank these monsters? They butchered those Batarians in cold blood.
If it wasn't for me, those Batarians would be pulling out your fingernails right now.
Shepard's right. Batarians tortured you, would have killed you. Right to kill them.
Professor, how can you say that? You're a doctor. You believe in helping people.
Lots of ways to help people. Sometimes heal patients, sometimes execute dangerous people. Either way helps. Go check on the patients. Lots of work to do. Think about what I said. Good kid, bit naive. He'll learn. Letting him take over the clinic. Should be able to handle it now that Vorcha are gone.
I honored my part of the bargain, Professor. Now you need to do the same.
Yes. Unexpected to be working with Cerberus. Many surprises. Just need to finish up here at the clinic. Won't take long. Meet you at your ship. Looking forward to it.
Right.
We're heading out. See you on the Normandy.
Very good.
Welcome to the Normandy, Professor. It's an honor to have you on board.
Yes, very exciting. Cerberus working with aliens. Unexpected. Elusive man branching out, maybe? Not so human-centric.
You're very well informed.
Solarian government well-connected espionage experts had top-level clearance once, retired now. Still, hear things. Informed of name only, no knowledge of man behind it. Anti-alien reputation listed as problematic.
Don't kid yourself, Professor. Humans still come first in the elusive man's eyes, but this mission is too big for them to handle alone.
The Collectors are abducting human colonists out on the fringes of Terminus space.
Not simple abductions. Wouldn't need me for simple.
Entire colonies disappear without a trace. No distress signals are sent out. There are no signs of any kind of attack. There's virtually no evidence that anything unusual happened at all, except that every man, woman, and child is gone.
Gas, maybe? No. Spreads too slow. Airborne virus? No. Slower than gas. Drugged water supply? No. Effects not simultaneous. Intriguing. Fascinating. No distress calls. No signs of resistance. New technology. Marvelously advanced. But what?
This isn't a game. We've lost thousands of people. God only knows what the Collectors are doing to them.
Easy, Commander. Dr. Solis is a problem solver. This is how he thinks things through. We collected evidence from one of the missing colonies, Professor. We need you to analyze it and see if you can figure this out.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. Going to need a lab.
There's a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solis. If you find anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's that? Pilot? No. Synthesized voice. Simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No. Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
You're not here to study our AI. You need to figure out how the Collectors abducted those colonists so we can counteract their weapons.
Understood. Analyze samples, neutralize Collector attack. Which way to the lab?
Follow me, Professor.
Very good. Okay. I mean, that does look pretty cool, I gotta say.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you very much, Yeoman Chambers. I'll get around to that when I'm ready, but for now, I think after rescuing Morden, this is probably a pretty good time to finish things for this part. So, I'll see you guys in the next one.